Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our final Fast Friday of 2020. And boy, has this been a Whiskey Tango Fox type of year as we get ready to close out our season here tonight. Speaking of Whiskey Tango Fox, we've got a special event, the Whiskey Tango Fox 35 for the some of our Pure Stock competitors have been kind enough to open up their seats to somebody else to get behind the wheel here this evening, and that includes a lot of our Saturday drivers, including former champions from the Legends, from the late models, from the sport trucks, and some top runners in our Pro Stocks as well. So we got a great show for you tonight. We also have 5 champions to congratulate. Now tonight, we're going to do post race just a little bit different this evening. Okay, we're going to have our winners tracks out. We're going to interview them. And we're also going to talk to our top 3 in each division as we close out the championship season. Some of them are very, very close. And let's give you the rundown on them. In the Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Bandits, Dion has an 18-point advantage over Richie Helger Jr. Now, what kind of season has Richie had? Up until a few weeks ago, he was leading the championship standings. The last couple of weeks, he's been under the gun for misfortune, finding himself in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's put him behind. And even tonight, that string continues. Let's hope he's already got the bad luck out of his way. If you were here earlier, you saw some hardship laps from him, because on lap 1 of the first practice session, he found his number 99 up against the outside wall off of turn 2 with some damage, and they worked hard to get that back and ready for tonight. So Richie sits second in the championship standings. He is chasing Dion, who has been consistent all year long. He's had one bad show. That was back on the 31st, where he finished towards the tail end. Other than that, he's been top 5 each and every week. Brent Robideau comes into tonight third in points, with Mike Hannafin fourth, and there's only 16 points separating third and fourth between Brent and Mike. In the Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Outlaw Division, it is a 2-point differential between first and second. Isaiah Newcomb comes into tonight with 2 wins, 2 second-place finishes over Nick Jaber Jr., who has 1 win, but he's got 4 seconds. So let's say Nick wins, Isaiah finishes second. It becomes a tie at the championship. They both will have 2 wins. The difference will be second-place finishes, 4-3 in favor of Nick. Now that's if it finishes that way. Brendan LaBelle comes into tonight. He's 30 points out of the number 2 spot. Reese Bogue is only 2 points out of third. And Nick Buckley is 14 points out of 4th. Ball, come on up. In the Pure Stock division, it is a tie atop the standings, where both Doug Benoit and Danny Massa both have 412 points, so it's going to come down to who finishes ahead of who. Greg Perry, our reigning champion, is third, 22 points out of the lead. Jeremy Lambert is 18 points out there. In the Sport 4s, that spot has already been clinched. That goes to Mike LaForte for the second consecutive year. Second place is tied between Tyler Almeida and Dave Westgate. Tyler DeHanchik comes into tonight 4th in points. Unfortunately, engine problems a couple of weeks ago cost him the rest of the season. He's going to end up finishing most likely in the top 5. Henry LaValle is only 20 points out there. And in the next pit stop, Legends, Jake Johnson is looking for his second career Nick's Pit Stop Legends Championship. He leads by 36 points over Reagan Parent. Mason Tessier is 36 points behind him in third, and then another 50 to Paul Newcomb in the 4th place. So it'll come down to those 3 in the top 3. Where they're going to end up at the end of the day is anybody's guess. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, before we begin tonight's show, I'd like to ask you all to please rise. And gentlemen, remove your caps. Tonight, we've got a special guest singer for our national anthem. So if you could join us in welcoming Paul Newcomb III to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Paul Newcomb III, ladies and gentlemen, a great rendition of our national anthem. Paul, thank you very much for that excellent rendition here this evening to kick off our final Fast Friday of 2020. So we're just about ready to roll off our first main event. That will be the Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Bandits. And as we said just a couple of moments ago, Ethan Dion out of Oakdale, Connecticut, leads the championship standings with 386 points. 18-point differential between he and Richie Helger. Now on the racetrack, that equals 9 positions. There is two points for every position. It's 50 points to win, and then -2 throughout the field. And that will set the championship season here. As we close out 2020. So the Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Bandits roll out onto the racetrack, and this is the way they are scheduled to go. To start on the pole in the Titan Vet Clinic number 25, it is Brent Robideau behind the wheel of that machine. Outside of him is going to be car number 76. That is Mike Hannafin behind the wheel of that machine. 2 rows back is our points leader on the inside, car number 8 for Ethan Dion out of Oakdale, Connecticut, and outside of him will be the 22X, Joel Newcomb will drive that machine. The 31, Darren Krantz out of Huntington Station, New York, behind the wheel of the number 31, and outside of him, the number 29, that is Zach Kelly behind the wheel. Car number 11 starts 7th on the grid, the International CDL for Nicholas Urick Jr. on that ride. Outside of him, in car number 99, Connecticut. Out of Colchester in the Right-of-Way Solutions, Two Brothers Pizza, Competitive Edge Coatings number 99, that's Melania Shalaski. And on the inside of the final row, the number 19 from Mikey LaForte Jr. out of West Warwick, Rhode Island. And starting scratch in the Helger South Coast Power Equipment number 99, that is Richie Helger Jr. Now, why is he starting back in the 10th position? It's because he did not have that car ready for qualifying earlier, so he has to start scratch in the feature. Before we begin, I want to take a minute, wish a very happy birthday to Paul Vaness. Paul, happy birthday from the entire 11 Rhode Island Bandit team and from all of us here at Seekonk Speedway. Paul is a longtime veteran of competition here at Seekonk, and also a proud dad of Pro Stock driver Ryan Vaness, his crew chief Mike Vaness, and his grandsons that are not in competition tonight, Colin and Ryan Jr. Field is set. Final Fast Friday about to begin. The Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Bandits roll off of turn number 4. Mario gives them the green flag, and we are underway for our final race. And as they head down into turn number 1, Brent Robideau jumps out front, and the 8 of Ethan Dion settles into the second spot. Hannafin and Krantz race side by side. Krantz with a good run up on the outside takes away the third spot and try to use that outside momentum to find them towards the top of the field as they head down into 1 and 2. Krantz working that top lane as they head down into 3 and 4. He's got Dion looking for Robideau off the corner. They come off of turn number 4. Lap number 2 sees our second leader of the event as he finds his way at the top of the leaderboard. The 25 settles back into the number 2 spot. The 8 of Dion sits third down the back straightaway. Isaiah Newcomb in that number 22, working his way up on the outside as they come off of turn number 4 and across the stripe. That's Joel Newcomb, excuse me. It's only been a year and I still haven't gotten that right. Joel Newcomb in that number 22, working that outside lane down into 3, working for that third spot. Richie Helger, however, mechanical problems keeping him towards the tail end of the field, haven't gotten that car straightened out. Brent Robideau's roof flap has come up on the number 25, the Titan Vet Clinic machine. The access panel, if you will, as he works the inside lane, holding off Ethan Dion. Here comes the 22 of Newcomb working that top side down into 3. Dion sneaking a peek to the outside, settles it in off of turn number 2. Down into 3 they go. Dion settling into that third spot, knowing that as long as he doesn't fall to the tail end, this championship will be his first in the TickMike.com number 8. Takes a look to the outside one more time as they come off at turn number 2 of the 22 of Joe Newcomb up on the outside. They race down into 3 and 4, trying to make it 3 wide as Krantz has checked out from the rest of the field. Dion to the top side, into 1 and 2. Robideau still holding tight down on the inside as they head down the back straightaway, and your leader, Darren Krantz, has opened up almost a half a track lead over the battle for the number 2 spot. Dion up on the outside, Robideau down low as they hit the stripe. Robideau's got the second position. Into 1 and 2 they go, and Dion trying to win ride that top line down the back straightaway, but they've got a couple of lapped cars in front of them with the 19 of Mikey Lafort and the 99 of Richie Helger. Passing flag out as they try to get in single file. Dead heat for second at that stripe, and literally a dead heat that time as they head down now into 3 and 4. Keep your eyes on the battle for second as Darren Krantz is blistering the field on this one. Robideau settles back into second, puts a lap on the 19 as they battle behind him. The 76 of Hannafin trying to work himself up into a top 3 run, but he's going to have his work cut out for him because one of the guys he's chasing for third, Brent Robideau, currently sits second on the field. 3 more circuits remaining as your leader crosses the stripe now, and he has literally opened up a half a track advantage. Your leaders come off of turn number 2, second, third, fourth in a torrid battle. Brent Robideau having his best run, holding off Ethan Dion for that number 2 spot. Dion settling it in, taking what he can get here tonight. A little further back, Nicholas Jurigan, the number 11, taking a look underneath Mike Hannafin. They make a little bit of contact. They lock bumpers. Hannafin goes around. Everybody's able to make it around, but that's going to bring out the caution flag with just 3 laps remaining. So the insurmountable lead that Darren Krantz had opened up over the rest of the grid will now come back and close up the field. So Krantz just about coming to a stop down the backstretch to let the field close in on him. The 25 of Brent Robideau having a great run. He'll restart on the outside of the front row. Ethan Dion will be third. Joel Newcomb in the number 22 fourth. Mike Hannafin rounding out the top 5. Nicholas Urick Jr. 6th. Zach Kelly 7th. Melania Shalowski 8th, with Richie Helger and Mikey Lafort rounding out the rest of the field. So Yorig is getting the call for the assist to go to the tail end. He and Hannafin locked the bumpers in the middle of 1 and 2. 3 and 4. And that will slow us up. Which would be 14 points as they sit. Green flag is out. We're back underway, and Krantz picks up right where he left off, but the battle behind them as Dion looks for the second position. The 25 of Robideau drops back to third. Trouble for Kelly as he gets sideways off of 4. Keeps that going, does a little landscaping down the front straightaway. That's going to help the cars behind him. Down the backstretch they go, and Newcomb taking a look to the outside of Robideau. White flag is out as they cross the stripe one more time around the 3rd mile, and Krantz is in control. Dion settles into second. Look at the battle for third. Joe Newcomb up on the outside as Robideau works that bottom lane into 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Krantz picks up another win on the season. Dion picks up second and the title with Robideau. Third, fourth go to Newcomb and Hannafin. Rounding out the top 5, Melania Shalaski, and for 6th, 7th going to Nicholas Yurig, 8th to Zach Kelly, Richie Helger 9th, and Mike LaForte rounding out the top 10. So with that 9th place finish, that's 34 points for Helger. With third, that's 46. So unofficially, our top 3 in the championship standings are Ethan Dion in for the title. 2nd place going to Richie Helger. 3rd place going to Brent Robideau with his best run of the season, finishing 3rd here tonight. And Helger with his 9th place finish. So Dion unofficially taking down the title. Richie Helger holding on for 2nd. Now unofficially, this is by my addition, and the Abacus had to come out for this, but it's ends up being 402 to 400 for 2nd and 3rd. The positions didn't change. It just closed right up. Great run for all of these drivers, but let's right now go down to the start-finish line as Darren Krantz climbs out of his car. Little help with the helmet. How about a round of applause for our final Fast Friday winner, Darren Krantz.
Darren Krantz climbs out of the number 31, back into the Auto Parts victory lane. Talk to our top 3 in the championship in a moment. Darren, this is becoming a habit for you. You seem to win just about everywhere you go and every race you win these days.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was really hoping for this, and it was just a really fun time. And also, I thank Jonathan and Andreas House and Pete for Ty and Cops OK and Jonathan.
Jonathan got 2 thank yous. All right, Darren Krantz Jr. back in number Auto Parts victory lane. He picks up the... Okay, Richie Helger Jr., 2nd in points, tough couple of weeks. I'll make it short and sweet. Upset, but I'm sure still happy.
Yeah, I'm still happy that we still made it in top 3 in points, and Brendan, Ethan Dion did a good job all year, and it was just one heck of a year.
All right, Richie Helger Jr. 2nd in the points, and Brent Robideau, 3rd place up. A great run tonight as well with the roof falling off. Good season overall for you.
Yes, it's been a very good season for us. The last few races haven't been really, our luck hasn't really been here. It's been an amazing season. It's been an amazing season with Richie, Ethan Dion. It's just been an amazing season.
All right. Enjoying our 2020 Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Bandit champion Ethan Dion. Give me a nice round of applause. microphone's going to mess with me. Let's try it again. For a while during the season, you're chasing Richie. The last couple of weeks, it's gone in your favor. It's going to be cool to pick up the championship.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I'm just glad we could get a win and got a championship here.
I know there's some people you might want to thank that have helped you get to this point.
My mom, my dad, my grandpa, my sister, Mott Forest, and PMW Marine.
All right, Ethan Dion, your